Hello, folks. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Plucking Petals podcast with James and Kyle. As always, I am Kyle.
And I'm James.
As we go a little something like, little something like this.
It's all about the good, bad, love, hate. How are you doing, good sir?
I'm doing okay.
You're doing okay. So we just recorded the best podcast you can ever possibly imagine in this
You know how
Plucking
there's
Petals
that
podcast
Tenacious
setting.
D song that's like a tribute to
Yes.
the best song ever? Like, this isn't the song, it's just a tribute to that song. It was like, we just did that podcast. So the podcast we're recording right now, it's just like a tribute to the...
It's a tribute to the
perfect
best podcast.
podcast.
We had a great idea for a video game. We talked about leisure time. We talked about a millennial article. Everything was going super awesome until my recorder crapped out in the middle of it for no discernible reason, even though it's plugged in. So I need to go send this in, and hopefully this thing continues to record us without any further problems. So I apologize, but this is going to be quite the short episode because we all have lives to lead, and I don't wanna,
I just used all my podcast juice.
That's right.
It's almost all gone.
I will say I do not have an SD card reader on me at this moment. So if it did save, and I hope it saved, this part I'll just cut out anyways. But if it didn't, if you're hearing this part, things happened and we did not get it. So to roughly cover what we did, we talked about video games as normal. We talked about Dark Souls. We made a video game that was, if the Dark Souls people made a Tony Hawk video game where it was very realistic and very sad. We discussed the idea of leisure time and millions of generations of people.
Not millions.
Generations of people not having the ability to
I'll
enjoy.
explain like I'm 30-second.
Perfect. I appreciate it.
What I like is leisure time.
Okay.
And I was just bringing out the fact that most of human history, we were just hunter-gatherers. And the fact that we can actually just sit, play video games, watch TV, read stories is incredibly rare and is unique to the last 0.001% of human history.
Yes.
And just appreciate it. So next time you get cut in line at Starbucks, or someone cuts you off in traffic, or your phone isn't loading fast enough, I mean, just think about how fucking awesome it is that we have any of those things in the first place.
And there's no bear in Starbucks.
Yeah.
That's it. There's just no bear. So let's talk about my like for this week. It's definitely not the Zoom H4n recorder because it crapped out on me for no reason. When I try to reboot it, it still died on it, so I need to maybe get it fixed. I
bought a pair of headphones in the downtime.
That's right. You bought a pair of Sennheisers, and I'm very excited for you because I have Sennheisers, and I like them very much. Speaking of things that I like, my like for this episode is free stuff.
Okay.
Free stuff's great. You don't have to pay for it. I really wish this wouldn't have happened because mine was more of a throwaway problem, and I really liked your problem.
Yeah. We talked about it for a while.
Yeah, we talked about it for a while. So I think the idea of free stuff and receiving free stuff is a very, very nice thing. I like free samples at the mall. I like when I do trivia once a week at Terrestrial Brewing, and I've never had to pay for a beer there because they always give me free alcohol because I'm helping them with business and whatnot, and I do appreciate it.
I unfortunately can't ever make that because my schedule is I'm working till 8 o'clock now.
That's fine.
Yeah. No, that's not really like an excuse. It's just like I would like to go, but I can't.
Yeah.
It's my own.
It's your own. So you're not now. You're working till 8 every night now.
Yeah, it drives me crazy.
Gross.
Yeah, I don't.
Was that going to change?
Yeah, when we're in the new place, take a drink. Every time you hear new place, take a drink.
New place.
All right, so I do say trivia does seem to do a lot because where I work has trivia on Tuesdays, and it is so crowded compared to Wednesday where there's no event going on.
This is true. Yeah. That's the same company that I work for.
Last Call?
Yeah, Last Call Trivia. They're all around the United States, so you can go find a local trivia place for you. I like doing it. Yeah, it's kind of like I help them, they help me. They're very nice about it. And when I walk in and start putting stuff together, they walk over and give me a beer right away without even asking. Super nice. With the free stuff, I just,
Yeah, I like those guys. I need to get out there more, but
You do. They like,
yeah,
it's okay. We went there actually on Saturday for a little bit. They had a My Favorite Murder fan meetup, and one of the trivia teams that is usually there every week was hosting it. So Ash and I went up there for a little bit and hung out and stuff like that. So that was super fun. But yeah, no, I feel like the idea of receiving something that you have to pay no monetary value for is so great because it also lowers expectations. For example, I used to work at the movie theater for a very long time. I used to get free tickets every single week. I used to see every movie I could possibly see. That makes me not a great reviewer in that regard, simply because it was free. So at the end of the day, it's just my time.
So I'm actually pretty skeptical. When you said this, I didn't want to say anything initially.
That's fine.
I don't really believe in free things. I don't think they exist.
Okay.
Because everything takes some kind of resource.
This is true.
If I have a thing to give to you, someone made it or spent time on it or got it from somewhere. So if I want to give you something for free, it's almost always because I have an agenda of some kind.
Okay. So let me ask you about an agenda then. You gave me a free copy of Comedy Night on the Steam.
Yeah.
And granted, we haven't played it, and that's partially my fault. But what was your agenda behind that?
You are my friend, and I like doing things with you.
Okay, well then
So,
that's a fine agenda then.
That's a kind of. I mean, you could say. I mean, I would say there's a certain selfish aspect to that. Where
Yeah.
It's like I only get things for people that I like because I like them.
Well, I mean, you want to
positive
show
to
the
me. Yeah.
like. You want to show the likeness
It's not even like
around.
I want it. Yeah. So that's
Okay.
why I got Jason Rainbow Six for Christmas.
Yeah.
Because it's like I like him, I like that game. The two together are fun. Yeah.
And then we have been having quite a bit of fun in that game. So yeah, no, I feel like I do agree that sometimes when people get you free things, it's usually with the implication of something else happening.
And I wouldn't even say like a gift you give a person in your life is free.
Okay.
Like, it's, we make time to do this. This is effort we're doing this podcast.
This is true.
There's like foundation and groundwork there. It's like
This is true. There was research to be had that many of you will never hear.
yeah.
That for all we know. We don't know that. I don't necessarily research all the time, but that's just me and my lifestyle.
I feel bad, especially because after the Stars episode and the one I brought for the Stoops episode, because I know we don't get a lot of time on my problem for when we have Stoops on.
Yeah.
This is the most researched I've been in like over a month.
God, that makes me feel even worse.
Yeah.
That makes me feel so bad right now.
I mean, it's not your fault, and I hope there's at least some of it.
I hope,
yeah.
but I feel bad because I feel like we try to be as professional as possible, and sometimes things don't work, and that's a little out of my hands, and that makes me upset. Another free thing that I enjoy is Discord. I like Discord a bunch. I feel like it makes our chatting in games and sharing of information, and that doesn't have any really
I agree, but I'm
implications around it.
skeptical of it.
Okay,
Because,
I think they're just waiting to get bought out.
yeah, I wonder.
I think they're waiting to get bought
Where's
out.
the money from that coming from? I've never really seen an ad on Discord, which I
There's-
love.
Yeah,
but
there's no ad, and at the same time, you can buy a pro-level Discord.
I have seen that, so maybe that's what's supporting them is they have enough people doing that. It's kind
But
of the
who's-
Patreon thing.
Yeah, but who's, like, buying a pro-level Discord?
I don't know. I've never even once seen it pushed on me.
Yeah.
And honestly, I had one of our mutual friends last night. We were playing Dota together. I sent
Yeah.
her a Discord link. She doesn't have the program installed. She was just doing the website. So I was going through the settings to see how to turn her mic on. And that was the first time I ever, like literally yesterday was the first time I knew there was even a Discord Nitro where you could pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Oh, my God. Oh, I like Discord. I think that's good. I was going to say free samples, but then again, they always want you to buy the product after they get the free sample, whether it be chicken teriyaki at the mall or a nice
the cost
beauty
there
product.
is it's an advertising thing. So like
Yeah.
a free sample you shouldn't feel bad about. And if you like the product, then you can spend money on it.
This is true.
It's kind of like back in the day, video games used to let you play an hour or two of them for free before you had to purchase them.
Man, those demos were dope.
It did have the problem of then the first hour or two of video games were so much more designed than the rest of them.
Yes, they were.
But it was kind of cool. You got to see like at least the mechanics don't change.
Yeah.
It was nice to see that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I name some free things like that. I can't think of anything that's actually truly free.
I like mail-in rebate stuff. I think is still a thing.
But that's also a way to
Get your information.
advertise that the cost is, hey, this is a $900 phone, but there's a $200 mailing rebate.
Yeah.
So it's really a $700 phone.
Yeah.
But the guy specifically said over 50% of people don't do the mail-in rebate because it's kind of annoying to do.
Yeah.
So really, it's a $900 phone.
Yeah. Okay.
That, some people only pay $700 for because they
Gotcha.
spend I mean, if you think about the effort to do it, to cut the thing off and mail it is less than an hour of work.
Yeah.
So in that 1 hour, you're making like $400 an hour.
Jesus.
But some people still don't want to do that.
I don't understand why it's free. It's free to do. Well, no, you gotta get the stamp and the
I'm coming
time.
back to that. Nothing's free.
Yeah.
And that's why sometimes, we play Rainbow Six, so I bought the operator pass.
Yeah.
And it's because I think my time is more valuable at work making money than it is sitting there playing Rainbow Six.
Yeah,
so
and
I put
grinding through it. So why not?
Yeah.
Why not push that a little farther along?
And I don't love they have so many dumbass skins and
Mm-hmm.
stuff that you could spend so much real money on that game.
That's what people are into, though. I mean,
Yeah.
you played Counter-Strike Go. You
and
know
I've opened
the
crates and
insanity.
stuff. I hate myself. I definitely have. I'm not life ruining at it.
Yeah.
But I would not be surprised if I spent over $100 in Counter-Strike and over $100 in Hearthstone.
I'm sure.
Which I get is, if you think about it, we're in our I'm in my 30s. You're close to it.
Yeah. Slowly but surely
$100
dying.
is not
It's fine.
a lot of money.
No, it
But-
just depends. It depends on what I would
especially
rather
'cause
have that
people-
money to
Because
do.
people have probably spent thousands, but just to
Yeah.
on a computer game.
Yeah, I mean, I spent over $100 on Marvel that I don't play anymore, or I had spent a bunch of money on Doom, but I did play that, and
See,
I played
the
it a
thing
bunch.
is, Doom was a good game.
It was
And
a great game.
I don't. That's the whatever. I'm trying to think of a word here, but it's you vote with your money,
Yeah.
and there's this psychological attack on you
Okay.
to get you to spend money, like the Overwatch crates or
Yeah.
whatever. So Overwatch is a good game, yes, but the loot crates are so terrible. Most of them you get are useless sprays.
Yeah.
So it's they made a good game, but then use psychology to get you to spend money on that addiction part of your brain.
Yeah.
And then there's some games like Star Wars Battlefront 2 where the game isn't even really good, and they just try to
And they're just trying to suck money from you because it's EA, and that's just what. At the end of the day, that's just what EA does.
So
it's what they're good at. I can't blame them for doing something they're good at. I'm good at talking, so I talk.
It's
so.
weird to find that hey, we made a really good game.
Yeah.
And it's something I appreciate someone to spend lots of money in it to get more things like it,
Mm-hmm.
versus the chemistry in my brain has been manipulated to spend money on something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
It's hard
supporting
to
it.
find that.
I mean,
Which one's which?
I bought some DLCs for Dead by Daylight recently because I started playing that again. I like supporting the company. They keep updating it and patching it. I feel like that's a reward, but at the same time, how much money do you put in before you're I feel like I spent enough in this game. I feel like I should get the rest of it for free. And they
Every
do
time
release things for
Undertale
free.
goes on sale, I buy it for another person on my Steam friends list
Oh, that's
because
very
I
nice.
love that game and want
It's a
them to
good
have
game.
money.
I enjoyed it. Enjoyed the
Yeah.
first time I played it. That was about it. So, oh well, thank you for ruining free stuff for me. I'm gonna start every time someone gives me something free now. I'm just gonna think that they're trying to get me to buy something.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mean to come across like that.
That's
but
fine. It's fine. It's true. It's true. I'm a naive boy. What can I say? I'm under 30.
It's hard to say what your time is worth, and so
That is true. It depends. It depends on the situation. Like most things, it's just as you said, you bought the operator pack because you felt like you're earning enough income to where it's just not worth the time trying to grind it, and it's not as fun for you to grind it. So I don't care the which way. You got me with the Siege. I got a couple characters that I like. Probably gonna play them for a while now before I start buying other dumb characters in the game.
Yeah.
So, but that's just me. It's it is what it is.
It is what it is. That is true.
Do you have anything else about free stuff you'd like to bring into it?
I mean, I don't really have any.
Okay. I did get a Cavaliers. I went to a Cavaliers game the other day, and I got a Cavaliers hat for free, and it felt good. And so now I'm a walking basketball billboard boy. And that's pretty cool. I try not to wear it at work because then they ask me questions about basketball that I don't know. So that's my life now. So that's a free thing, but I'm giving them advertising, so it's not really free, is it?
I mean, yeah. I do truly believe there are people that are good in the world.
Sure,
and so
there's
it's
2, 3 maybe.
where it's I have something set up where obviously it needs to make enough money that I can keep going and support myself and keep doing this.
Yeah.
But there's also, I don't know.
I don't know.
It's hard. So
It's not what I'm good at, that's for certain. So I don't understand the principles and concepts
I just
of that.
kind of approach things with a critical mind.
Yeah.
What it's going on here? What am I doing? Like, why is this free?
Yeah.
And use that as your judgment and enjoy what you enjoy.
I feel like that's.
Man, I lost momentum since that thing crashed.
I'm sorry. I hope it's on
better.
here. I don't know if it's on here or not. Yeah. So let's talk about what you're into this week, and we'll get out of here. How about that?
Yeah, sure. So if the first one didn't delete, I guess just cut this. But I'm gonna promote Devilman Crybaby on Netflix.
Okay.
I've been really enjoying that show. It's an anime. It's super violent, super like psychotic, and super sexualized, and it's essentially a world where devils are real.
Hell
and
yeah.
the main character is kind of a resolute crybaby. He's
cool.
just like super emotional. He empathizes with things really hard. And a devil kind of, in this fiction, devils have to inhabit physical beings, and now they've learned how to inhabit humans. And so this one tries to inhabit the main character, but he's so resolute that he can't take over. And so he ends up being mostly the main character and a little devil. So he has a devil body, but he's still mostly the main character.
Okay.
So if you're not really into hyper-violence and hypersexuality, don't check it out. But
Gotcha.
if you are, I highly recommend it.
Okay. I can dig it. I watched this Netflix series Dark. I'm like 6 episodes in. It's pretty good. I recommend it. I also recommend turning off the English overdubs and putting on the German original audio and making some English subtitles out of it. It's much more enjoyable to watch because the dubs are very off and they feel really wrong. Mm-hmm. I did my first show with a new improv group that I'm in called Casual Late Stampede. We'll be doing shows once a month at the Bar Louie downtown. I'll announce the next one once we have a confirmed date. My new music video technically dropped yesterday. It's called I Think I'm Going to Die.
Yeah, it's okay.
My Girl's Into True Crime. Because this comes out Tuesday.
It comes out tomorrow.
Technically.
For me and you.
Yes.
For everyone listening.
For all the people, already came out. So, yeah, take a look at that. I'll put a link in the description. You can listen to the song on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon. You can watch the music video on YouTube. Super fun to do. Very much enjoy myself doing that. Other than that, oh yes, and I have a new podcast that I'm starting with our third pedal, P Stoops. It's called ASAP Raps. It is a bi-weekly podcast in which 1 week we have an hour to make a beat out of a record, and then the second week we have an hour to write all the raps for it. So that'll be starting hopefully soon. I think it comes out Thursday. So yeah, I think that's about it. Well, folks, this has been the abridged version of the Plucking Petals podcast with James and Kyle.
Not.
As always, I'm Kyle.
And I'm a pair of fully charged batteries.
Aw, have a good day.